With the recent bombing in Afghanistan's civilian areas, Pakistan has once again ignited old fault lines. Pakistan recently sent its fighter jets across the border, dropping bombs on regions like Nangarhar and Paktika. While Islamabad claims it was strictly hunting down terrorists, the Afghan government and residents reported that the strikes hit homes and a religious seminary, killing dozens of ordinary people, including women and children. This is a dramatic and incredibly dangerous move. Pakistan is currently caught in the middle of a hostile Afghan border and a raging, highly organized rebellion in its own backyard. With Afghans, the problem isn't new but a historical one. The Durand line, drawn in 1893 across 2,640 kilometers, has never functioned as a true barrier. It slices through the eastern Hindu Kush and the Suleiman Range, following no natural watershed or ridgeline for long stretches. Rivers such as Tochi and Gomal cut across it, and high passes remain open for months each year. Pashtun communities on both sides share language, kinship networks, and seasonal migration routes that ignore the line entirely. For the TTP, this terrain offers sanctuary and staging ground. From safe havens in Afghan Paktika, fighters move downhill into Pakistan's north and south Waziristan districts along well-worn goat tracks and dry riverbeds. Pakistani forces, even when reinforced, cannot seal every fold in a landscape where a single valley can hide an entire network of caves and terraced fields. Waziristan itself forms the first belt of immediate threat. North Waziristan's Shawal Mountains rise above 3,000 meters. South Waziristan's rugged plateaus descend toward the Gomal River. These districts sit at the hinge between Afghanistan's eastern provinces and Pakistan's settled areas. Whoever controls the high ground here controls the approaches to the Bannu Basin and beyond it, the Peshawar Valley. The TTP has never fully relinquished its footprint in these hills. Despite repeated Pakistani military operations, the militants retain the ability to regroup in remote pockets where road access is limited to single-track paths, easily blocked by rockfalls or ambushes. Recent months have seen an expansion of their shadow administration, local dispute resolution councils operating under TTP oversight, taxation on truck convoys, and recruitment drives among young men who see little future in a state that treats their homeland as a perpetual war zone. Should Afghan Taliban support, material or simply permissive, continue to flow across the line, these pockets could coalesce into corridors of sustained control. The consequence would be immediate: the isolation of forward Pakistani bases, the interdiction of the main supply route from Peshawar to the Afghan border, and the effective severance of the northwest from the rest of the country. Further south, a second front compounds the pressure. Balochistan sprawls across nearly 44% of Pakistan's landmass, a vast triangle of desert, barren mountains, and coastal cliffs. Its population density is among the lowest on the continent, making sustained military presence expensive and logistically punishing. The province borders both Afghanistan and Iran along lengthy, thinly guarded lines. Here, the Baloch Liberation Army has intensified its campaign, conducting coordinated raids on security posts, pipelines, and transport corridors. This year alone, BLA operations across 9 districts demonstrated a capacity for simultaneous strikes that stretched Pakistani rapid reaction forces to their limit. The crown jewel of this southern theater is Gwadar. Located on a rocky peninsula jutting into the Arabian Sea, Gwadar lies barely 400 kilometers from the Strait of Hormuz, through which roughly 1/5 of the world's traded oil passes daily. Under the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, the port has been transformed into a deep-water hub intended to serve as China's shortest maritime gateway to the Indian Ocean and, by extension, to Europe and Africa. Highways and rail lines radiating from Gwadar are meant to funnel goods northward through Balochistan's interior to Xinjiang. Yet, the very centrality that makes Gwadar vital also renders it vulnerable. The Makran coastal range and the inland plateaus offer the BLA natural concealment, narrow defiles, dry nullas, and scattered oases where small mobile teams can strike and disappear. Attacks on Chinese engineers, on convoys moving between the port and Quetta, or on the coastal highway directly threaten the economic lifeline that Pakistan has staked its future upon. Losing effective control over even stretches of the Gwadar-Quetta corridor would not only stall CPEC but would sever Pakistan's access to its own southern coastline, turning a strategic asset into a liability. Pakistan's military, structured and deployed primarily for a conventional threat on its eastern frontier, now must stretch resources across two divergent theaters separated by more than 1,000 kilometers of difficult terrain. Reinforcements sent to Waziristan cannot quickly pivot to Balochistan and vice versa. The western provinces lack the dense road network of the Punjab heartland. Many districts are reachable only by air or by single vulnerable arteries. This dispersion creates windows of opportunity for both the TTP and the BLA. When militants in the north draw troops into the mountains, the south becomes relatively softer. When the BLA forces a major redeployment to protect Gwadar, the border districts of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa breathe easier. Pakistan's western territories are not yet lost, but the geography that once provided strategic depth now functions as a slow solvent.